Speaking of information, I think our audience would benefit from just talking about how they can add simplicity to their businesses, right? Let's talk about the things that you and your team have done to add simplicity to your business, and making it successful in in essence because of that, and why it is important for other businesses, our listeners, to do similar things in their businesses. I know from the beginning you were very clear on the type of product you wanted to sell, and you wanted something that it was hard to resell, direct to consumer, packaging. So there was a lot of thought and strategy behind it. I don't know if you want to share something for the audience in your personal experiences.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. You're quoting some stuff that I've written in the beginning, which I know where you're quoting that from. It's interesting to see how my perspective changes over time. I would agree with largely all of that in terms of like the intentionality behind why I selected the category I selected, and the value propositions I wanted to hit. I really love the straightforward elevator pitch, and from day one, right? I came from a tech background. I came from a startup background. Everybody's elevator pitches are always so complicated, like, what do you do? Oh, we unlock productivity for meeting planners by automating this, part of their email like, it's like, you know okay, that's an interesting value prop, but it's a hard elevator pitch. So I've always loved that it's just, we sell bedding, right? Like bedding, bed sheets, comforters, super straightforward. And then somebody's like, that's interesting. I'll be like, yeah, and they're totally sustainable, made from eucalyptus. And people are like, that's really interesting. I'm like, yeah, go. And it's called Sheets and Giggles. And they're like, holy shit, that's a great name. And so it's a very like it's a very natural elevator pitch instead of like something more complex, which I love. And it is difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, it is a bear to actually build and scale a consumer
Yeah.
business. But at the same time, like, I've tried to be very simple in terms of our day to day. We have one meeting every day, 10 a.m. We have a rule: no meetings before 10 a.m. at the company. We like to sleep in. Um, so first meeting every day is at 10. It lasts for like 5 to 15 minutes, and that's it. And those are the only meetings we have on the calendar every week. We use Slack, obviously, for interoffice communication. There's no rules about how you can contact other people. I find those to be very arduous, where it's like, oh, email for this, phone for this, Slack for this. No, just, you got to call somebody, give somebody a call to pick up their phone. You can Slack them, you can shoot them an email, whatever you need. And we have a single warehousing partner to make things easy in terms of our point of distribution. We try to have uh, partners for everything before we hire full time internally. So we have a lot of like a nice ecosystem that we built around us, of outside agency partners that feel like an extension of the Sheets and Giggles family. And I've tried to bring a lot of intentionality with, like, also, before I hire someone, I'll do the job myself. And I've really focused on stretching myself to break with everything that I do for the company. And when I end up hiring someone, it actually winds up resulting in a much better job interview, because I've done the role myself before I've brought somebody into the fold. And then I also would suggest that people keep their products very simple. One of the things I think that was, unfortunately, that I've kind of gotten away from is we launched with 5 colors and I think 7 sizes. So we had 35 SKUs. And over the years, people say, hey, I really want this color. I want this color. People say, what about this color? They feedback. And now we got up to 17 colors at one point. Now we're down to
Wow.
14. I'm gonna keep bringing it back down till we're back down